All right, match number 4. We get to be on the play. Great hand. We've actually been on the play 3 out of our 4 games. It's pretty good. Jesus, we've played against Jesus before. So we're the opponent. At least I think it is. If I recognize the name, I feel like it's got to be we're the opponent. This hand is just great, though. If a 2-drop and then multiple different 3-mana plays as options that are all going to be different in different situations. So that's all pretty sweet. If we do find a Deep-Fiend, we are going to need a another blue source, which is the one point of contention. So we'll see how that goes. We do get to be on the play, though, so it's just like, really, what can go wrong when you're on the play with a Reflector Mage deck? This card's too good. Ooh, could we be against green-white tokens? That would be sweet. We may also be against green-white, or Bant humans. Bant humans is a bad matchup. I think green-white tokens is a really bad matchup for Bant also, but I play like a different green-white tokens list than most people, and this is a different Bant list than the ones that I've played, so that would actually be really cool to see how this goes if we're up against green-white tokens. And it is green-white human, so this is a tough matchup. I think we have a good hand for this situation. And if we can find another blue source, that would be really nice. Thanks. So I don't really want to Reflector Mage either of these creatures. I don't think that I want to play the Foul Emissary. I think I want to play the Nissa, get a forest, and then try to double block something. Obviously, if we double block something, we can just run into Dromoka's command, but, you know, whatever. Dromoka's command's just going to be so good against us no matter what. I guess maybe I could have given a little more consideration just attacking and potentially racing back with this Reflector Mage Deep-Fiend. We're actually in kind of good position to do that. So might have had like a missed opportunity there to get in 2 points of damage. I'll double block. Dromoka's command can't really blow us out here. He can kill either of them, but right now they're both basically 2/2s with no text. So, and not only do we not want to take the damage, but this Thraben Inspector may get even bigger with like another Thali's Lieutenant, so we just kind of want to trade and not take damage when we have the opportunity to. Even though this Inspector is just cantripping, but to be fair, so is my Nissa. So this means his Inspector will still die because the Inspector has 2 damage on it. I feel like my opponent messed that up. Ooh, and we got Deep-Fiend. My opponent doesn't have much of a board, though, so I think I'm actually going to elect to play the Tireless Tracker this turn. And then get the aggression going slightly later when we can actually attack for more. And now I actually do wish I had like attacked for 2. Opponent could have collected company here. Yeah. The old pre-combat collected company. Ugh. So now I kind of wish I had played the Foul Emissary, because then I'd be able to get another trigger off of it. This is bad. And now we probably just need to play the Foul Emissary and hope that our opponent doesn't Dromoka's command it. Man, this card's just sweet. It's kind of gone under the radar. Look at his arm. That is a nasty Eldrazi arm. And this is actually good, like really, really good for us that we drew the Jace. Oh, are we just dead? 4, 6, 9. Another Thousand Tenant would mean 12, so... Oh, hello. I mean, I guess we probably want to go Deep-Fiend into Deep-Fiend. There's also consideration to the Sylvan Advocate, but since it comes into play tapped, I don't think it really matters. And this is why this is a bad matchup, because like they're just like the bigger, faster company deck. Ugh. So if he doesn't have another, maybe we can survive. I mean, I think it's unlikely, but I think this will only put us to 1. Actually, I guess any random human actually kills us. So yeah, we need our opponent to have nothing here, because this is 13 damage on the board. Oh man, I think I punted by not casting this Reflector Mage. Oh no, we're dead. Shoot. Yeah, I should have cast the Reflector Mage and the Jace. Bouncing my opponent's... or probably bouncing my... Yeah. I should have cast Reflector Mage, bouncing my opponent's Thalia, and then play Jace, and I could play it untapped. Oh, I totally punted. I like didn't have enough respect for the fact that my opponent could kill me when I was like planning out my turn. I think we want a little more defense. And our creatures are generally smaller than his, so I don't actually think we want Dromoka's command, as crazy as that sounds. This is a matchup like I feel like we're not prepared for, and this is probably why Ryochi Tamada didn't do well at Worlds. Or didn't do better, I should say. Though I actually don't know what his standard record was, I just know that he wasn't in top 4. Like, I really want the Avacyns, because they're a good way to just, like, not die. So I think this is actually a situation where I'm going to trim collected companies, because what we really need is more top end. Because they're bigger and they're faster than us. So we have to make it so that we can go over the top of them. And I think this is the way that we do that. So we're just accepting that we're slower, but we're trying to ensure that we have a better end game. Because casting collected company and just getting like more Sylvan Advocates and Tireless Trackers isn't actually that good in this matchup, which is why this matchup's like such a problem. So here we're gonna play it like this. I think we need to mulligan. And we'll keep. So we've got 2 draw steps to hit a 3rd land. Oh, and our opponent's mulliganing too. Doesn't really matter what we do with our scry because we're going to be Evolving Wildsing. So if we can hit a 3rd land, we should be in okay shape. Wow, and we did. And it's exactly the land we needed. This not only lets us cast Reflector Mage, it also lets us cast Deep-Fiend. So if we can just get a 4th land, we're going to be in great shape. This is like really good news. Jeez. 4th land Goulet. Oh, hello. Hello, friend. My elder. My older brother. Now we get to do him dirty. I don't think he's going to be able to handle a 5/6 particularly well. Oh, yes. We got to stop during his upkeep. And this is perfect too because this is right before he has access to Collected Company mana. So this is like a full fog. And we can actually attack through the Tireless Tracker. I guess I could have actually waited for my Howler to flip. Like I could have been a little greedy and cast the Evolving Wilds, or played the Evolving Wilds, but then if my opponent had a Dromoka's command to kill my Howler first. It goes active player, non-active player. So my Howler would flip first. So actually, yeah, I could have... No, I still would have died to a Dromoka's command. Alright, anyway, enough of that. We have our opponent on a 2-turn clock. So I think step 1 is to just attack. And we play this, and we play this. And our deck looks really impressive this game. This is like crazy. This is like absolutely crazy. Another Deep-Fiend? Yes, please. This is insane. Like with the Foul Emissary is just such a joke. You get a 3/2. Which is like as big as most 3-mana creatures. What in the world? Casting the Deep-Fiend on turn 4 when you're on the plays was just... I mean, it was crazy. It's just crazy how good it was. This hand's super mediocre, but we can't mulligan it. Like we have 2-drop, 3-drop, and like perfect mana. And our opponent's mulliganing. Like there's a good chance we just flood out and die, but you know. let's play this. It is notable that I only have one green source outside the Yavimaya Coast, but it's also notable that I kept a 2-spell, 5-land hand and drew a land for my first turn, so... And in this situation, I do not want to trade off this Duskwatch Recruiter. I need to activate this guy pronto. One thing that kind of mitigates flooding in these Bant mirrors is because there's like so many Reflector Mages bouncing around, you like almost always have stuff to do with your mana. Ooh, a Noose Constrictor is pretty decent. I think I'd rather play the Noose Constrictor than my Reflector Mage. I don't really want to bounce my opponent's Reflector Mage. Also, I just have all these lands that I want to get rid of anyway. Like, if I could, like, trade in 2 lands for one of my opponent's spells, that would be awesome. Now, if my opponent is Reflector Mage here, it's going to be bad. Oh, no. At least it's not Collected Company to Reflector Mage. That would be a lot worse. But now it's like, what do I even target with my Reflector Mage? Oh, actually, I might have messed up because I could have Reflector Maged this turn, and then next turn cast Noose Constrictor plus Duskwatch Recruiter, which used my mana a little more efficiently, but... I mean, Reflector Maging my opponent's Reflector Mage when he has a Thou's Lieutenant seems like a really mediocre play. It's like all my plays are mediocre. Really need Thou's Lieutenant. Like, I guess at this point I just do this so that I don't die. But unfortunately this means when I go to play my Noose Constrictor, that Reflector Mage is going to be back. So I think what I need to do is like preserve a bit of my creature count and hope that I draw either Avacyn or Deep-Fiend. I think those are basically my outs. I wish I had a Tireless Tracker. And I'm so dead. And I know my opponent has Reflector Mage in hand. Oh, no! Oh, man. I'm going to take 8 this turn. I need either Avacyn or Deep-Fiend right now. I'm so dead. Yeah, I'm just dead on board. I mean, obviously the fear with this hand is that I would play it and just flood out. But I still don't think you can mulligan it. This is just like a bad matchup, though. Like, I have to double chump block. Oh no, I double chump block and was still dead. Okay, yeah, we're out here.